Hi, my name is ColdBeer, and let's start with
HELLBREAK.
This is a boomer shooter where you'll fight to save your soul from eternal damnation, and actually who cares about the story here? You have weapons, you encounter enemies, you shoot, that is kinda it. The important question here is this game fun? Well, people are saying that it is fun. Even some dude who does not recommend the game is saying that, so who am I to disagree? Here you will wield an arsenal of 19 awesome weapons, each offering distinct playstyles and strategic options. Equip yourself with machine guns, shotguns, revolvers, the skull of heretic, and so on. You will also face off against over 15 unique enemies and multiple bosses. The downside, in my opinion, is the genre of the game. It's roguelike, and I think it is an overused genre without a speck of originality left in it. Despite that, the review score revolves around 80%, and the price is quite nice even without a discount. X4 Foundations. This is a space sandbox game where thousands of ships and stations trade, mine and produce. In this universe you can grow from being the lone pilot of a fighter ship to managing a vast empire, commanding your fleets and designing colossal space stations. The game is single player, so all this goodness is entirely your adventure. You'll encounter first-person action, boarding ships and visiting their bridges, and will have to put your filthy fingers on expansive strategy and management simulation. Here you will choose your own path at your own pace. You can start your journey from a number of different beginnings, and as a number of different characters, each with their own role, set of relationships and different ships and technologies. No matter how you start, you are always free to develop in any other direction, although people are complaining about unskippable dialogues and bad controls. Dragon Ball FighterZ. So in this Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter inspired game you can finally fulfill your ultimate fantasy and win against Goku as Mr. Satan. Well, at least try, you know. I can remember how I was skipping school to not miss the episodes. I don't think I ever attended the last lesson at school for 2 years because of that. And the last lesson was always French or math. That's why je ne parle pas français and I can't count past 10. Except if I suspect my boss is doing shenanigans with my salary, then I can count way better than my math teacher ever did. But I don't have a boss because, just as I said, I skipped school and nobody wanted to hire me. So I had to become a YouTuber and be my own boss. But hey, I'm broadcasting a wrong lesson here. Don't skip school. School is important and cool. You can work hard in school and then work hard and have a boss. You know, like in Dragon Ball Z, many bosses will become a part of your life, except you can't beat them even if you want.
Still, a wrong message, ColdBeer. A wrong message.
Shit, anyway, as I've said many times, do not take life advice from me, only gaming advice. If you are a fan of Dragon Ball Z, nothing will bring you closer to beloved anime than games like these. Singularity. Here you'll be a witness of so-called Singularity event that fractured time and threatened the world as we know it. Some say it was the day when everyone forgot the potato salad recipe. That bent time and space, a real apocalypse happened. So here, armed with powerful advanced weaponry and the experimental time manipulation device, you'll fight enemies from the past, the present and the abominations caught in somewhere in between. With the help of this magical device, you will age enemies to dust in seconds, manipulate objects outside the laws of gravity and degrade things or renew them to their pristine form. You will be a real time bender here.
I control time and space.
Yeah, like that. The Invincible. The Invincible was written by Polish writer Stanisław Lem, the author of the very well-known Solaris. In general, I think that The Invincible should have been a movie, but I will take a game as well. So the plot of the book, I will try to tell you without spoilers, is revolving around an expedition who has landed on a distant desert planet, much like a Mars, but an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny more alive one, and then bad things start to happen. Duh. All I can say that this plot is not a usual one where you land on some creepy rock and then some monsters start snatching your crew one by one. It's not like that. If you remember Solaris, you can realize that Stanisław Lem tried to avoid cliches and think of something more intriguing. So I can promise you that The Invincible is not a cliche story. It is really good, less psychological if you compare it to Solaris and more action-oriented. Also, if you played Firewatch, you will see where they took the inspiration from. Serial Cleaner. Have you ever wanted to clean a crime scene? Yeah, I thought so, I'm not so eager as well. But this game lets us dive into this grim and, by the way, very well paid job. Maybe after playing you will reconsider your career choices. By the way, it's not some official job. Oh no, you work for the mafia and clean crime scenes for them. See, I said that this job is well paid. A good cleaner never gets caught, so you have to make sure you get in, clean up and get out without leaving a trace of evidence for the police to find. Game features a funky 70s inspired soundtrack, real-world data to modify levels according to the current time of day in your whereabouts, full story campaign and even challenge modes. People on Steam are saying that this is simple and chill game with very unique style, although be prepared to rage a little when you will get caught right before finishing the mission. Kerbal Space Program. While the second part of the game is still a disaster, the first part will never fail to entertain us. This game is fun, but also it is very hard. Here you will have to create your own spaceship, and rocket science is anything but easy. It's not your sister.
Wait, what?
Anyway, building a spaceship here reminds me of creating abominations in Spore. Every detail can be scaled, turned and attached to another detail, so you have to do everything right in order to take a space flight. Game has a really good physics engine, so you can take off successfully with a giant unicorn or something. But if you practice enough, you can send a giant potato salad bowl to the moon. Nah, you probably can't, but you can try. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition. If you want to pull the backbone through the mouth of your adversary, you are looking at the right game. It will let you do this and many other gore-related things you love so much since you first tried this wonderful franchise many years ago. For example, I was like 8 years old when near my grandparents' house in Palanga someone started an arcade machine business, and one of those machines had Mortal Kombat 2 in it. I think I spent all my money on this arcade machine and got pretty good at the game. Could beat every other kid in the block without a sweat. Nobody wanted to play with me, and in that time no grown-up played games. You know, in 1994 or 95 everyone was thinking that all video games were made for kids. That was beyond stupid. Anyway, with this edition you will get 12 additional characters, from Robocop to Sindel, from Terminator to Rambo. Everyone is here and you can pull the backbone out of every single one of them. That is beautiful and fun at the same time. Deep Rock Galactic. This is a 1-to-4 players first-person shooter featuring badass space dwarfs and 100% destructible environments. Here you can play alone or work together with other players as a team to dig, explore and fight your way through a massive cave system filled with hordes of deadly enemies and valuable resources. Pick some powerful guns like flamethrowers, Gatling guns, portable platform launchers, and show those puny aliens who's the boss. Dwarfs may be small, but they are really powerful. We in Lithuania have a saying,
Neugis or smugis.
Meaning not the size, but the punch is what really matters. And your punch is really, you know, probably weak in real world, but really impactful for the alien population in these dangerous caves. People on Steam are talking that there is no reason not to play this game, and I have to agree. Show those monsters the true meaning of extinction.
Rock and stone, baby.
Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. This is a really original and truly amazing game where you play as an ape. Yeah, your journey starts 10 million years ago, and by then we still shared our ancestors with gorillas and chimpanzees. Our last common ancestor with the apes, chimpanzees to be exact, is known to be roughly about 5 million years old. So you start as an ape and over the years evolve into an early human. The whole game spans from 10 million to 2 million years ago. Your task is for you and your tribe not to die and not to choose the path of extinction. The future of humanity is in your hands, like literally. As developers say, evolution was not written in stone. Your decisions will shape how you will overcome obstacles, increase your species, and what knowledge you will pass on to future generations. You can focus on specific attributes or choose a more balanced approach to survival. Your clan's ability to survive will be directly impacted by your decisions and choices, making each player's experience a unique one. It's a wonderful game reminding us that we are just starting to go on our evolutionary path as human species. 2 million years is nothing. Dinosaurs existed for 165 million years before they all died out. Except the birds, of course, add another 65 million years to that big number. That is a huge difference. Not as huge as your mama though. Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. From the very first moment I saw the game, I instantly realized that I'm seeing something great, something far beyond the games I'm used to. The art style here is awesome, and the game is great as well. I should probably start by saying that this is a story-rich, Souls-like RPG adventure game. You play as Sudo, a master of martial arts who lives as a recluse in the strange land of Xenozoic. When you cross paths with a small creature whose mysterious powers have attracted the attention of some evil lady, you decide to protect him, unaware that much greater forces are involved. But you don't care because you are awesome and everyone else just suck. They don't know that yet, so you are eager to bring wisdom. And by wisdom I mean bloodshed and broken bones. Your fists and speed are your greatest weapons. You will attack, dodge, stun, block or counter a parry to land a special attack. You can even switch to a first-person view to perform unique techniques. Each time it's up to you to seize the occasion to achieve victory. If this is not a hidden gem in its truest sense, I don't know what is. If you like difficult and trippy games, this is a must. Animal Well. Upon release, this indie project hit the gaming world like a sledgehammer. Everyone was like,
Dude, have you seen that game? It's so good!
And it still holds that rating with above 90% of positive review score. The art and atmosphere of Animal Well is absolutely stunning, and is a treat for everyone who likes games like this. Also, it doesn't hold your hand or you know, that other thing. The decisions you make, the puzzles you solve, the exploration part, everything is awesome. It's weird to realize that all of this was made by one man. Like seriously, I've heard that he even made his own game engine, instead of just using some already available. So either he was very talented or very poor. The talent is obvious, and after selling close to 1 million copies, he's definitely not poor anymore. Anyway, let's not count other people's money and instead count our own. If you can afford the game, it's a must play, no doubt. And now thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time, bye.